Standing by.
Hey guys, the Gold Leader, and today we are doing a complete ARC Trooper breakdown of the entire class. So the ARC Trooper is, as you know, a man who wields two pistols. He is extremely powerful at close range, medium range is pretty good, and at long range, this man will be sniping you. The point is, this man is very versatile, and he has great skins. So let's go ahead and begin to break down this man, because we don't have time to waste. But before we get started, please make sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss another great video like this. Alright, let's get to it. The ARC Trooper is a very versatile man, and most cases, if you choose him, you will find yourself not regretting the decision. He is a hero melter, class destroyer, and a humiliator. This man, if known how to play right, will absolutely annihilate. I have killed many heroes like Maul, Grievous, Dooku, Phasma, Bosk, a lot of Bosk. And if you play him right, you will absolutely annihilate him. You can juke and break every ankle of any Bosk player if you play this man right. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Alright, started off, he has three main abilities. He has his Q, which is Shock Trap. What Shock Trap does is it throws down a grenade that has a 25-second timer. Once that timer runs out, it detonates, but by pressing the button again, it will detonate it automatically. What this does is when they're in range, it'll have a little number. Depending on how many droids there are, it'll go off. Or not droids, but enemies. After that, it'll send them flying. This is the perfect opportunity to melt. That's why you always want to have your F ability on so you can spam fast, have it completely unheated, and then once you do it, boom, melt them. It's a very quick way to get 3 or 4 kills. But you have to be mindful because sometimes if it's against a hero, they will block and it won't work. It's also a great hero melter. Get them have them walk across and once it's behind them, shoot them and you will melt them. Aim for the head always for close range. His next ability is Helmet Scanner. This thing is extremely overpowered because it allows you to see where the enemy is for 10 seconds. It has a 30-second cooldown, so for every 40 seconds you're getting 10 seconds of seeing. Which is actually good because otherwise you'd be overpowered. Now the Commander Droid does have some, but it's not nearly as great as the ARC Trooper. Everyone in this class has something like that, with the Sith Trooper having the worst one. Alright, let's move on to his last ability, which just changes the rate of fire. This man has 3 modes. He has long range, which is when you charge it up, which is actually extremely powerful because this man is close range, so giving him a long range is super nice. And if you don't activate it, then it has a little dot in the middle. That's because it's medium range. And then you press it and it gets close range. Don't just always have it on the short range because you will find yourself spamming and you won't hit anything because of the amount of spread. So it is very nice to have that ability to switch between. Alright, last but not least, we're going to go over some great star cards that I like to use for this man. So what I use for him is, for one, I use the Stalker card. What this does is it gives you health back. Give 55 health. It doesn't say on the card, but it will. It'll give you 55 health for killing droids or enemies when the E ability, Helmet Scanner, is on. And some people say it's not as good because for every 40 seconds, you get 10 seconds out of using it. But when I'm in a pinch and I have my Helmet Scanner on, that thing has saved my butt more than I can count. Another one is Evasion. Gives you an extra dodge, and those things are how you juke out heroes and other classes when you are extremely low on health. That thing has also saved me a lot. And the last one, I forget what it's called, but what it does is when someone damages you, you get to see them for 7 seconds with a little red circle. That thing is super helpful because if you're in the mood for revenge, you can easily track them down. Puts them at a huge disadvantage, and depending on the map, it'll basically just doom them. Now that we've gone over his abilities and some star cards, let's go over some gameplay tips. This man is close range. That's where he excels. So tight corners and hallways is really good. But if you're on something like Geonosis, don't fret. He's still good here. You want to do a mix of running between rocks, getting up close, and staying behind. When you're up at the top, sniping is super fun and easy because depending on how the range, if it's super far on, the the supercharge ability will actually curve and lock on. But if it's a little too close, then you have to actually manually aim it like perfectly. But this man is not only long range, but he can get close range. When you're close range, you want to aim for the head. It goes 36 damage long range on body or on head, and then 60 on head in close range. When you're aiming for the body, it goes 36 at close range and 17 at long range. So his stats are pretty good, and headshots do make the difference. That is how you shred. Now, his guns overheat pretty fast, which has to be a good balance counter to his damage output. So every time you get a kill, there's no one around, go ahead and restart it. But if there are a bunch and like they're always swarming, don't waste shots. You have to conserve your ammo because once you overheat and you get swarmed, you're dead. You could try to roll dodge, but I'm telling you, you're probably not gonna make it. So now that we've gone over some basic things, let's go over the fundamentals. Stay low, stay close, and your teammates are good. Teammates are great. Use them when you need to. But going out on your own is actually a great idea for this man because he will absolutely be Captain Fordo and annihilate. So with all that said and done, when you're going up against like a commando, I guess, what you want to do if you see him and he throws down a smoke trap, easy, helmet scanner, counter that, put down your shock trap, and when he comes, boom, light him up and headshot him. That's the quickest way to take care of somebody who could deal a lot of damage really fast, because if you don't handle him right, he's going to melt you. Another thing is with heroes, play to their confidence. They're going to be like, oh, it's just an arc trooper, easy. Put down your shock trap, lure them, and if you want to get their attention, just power blast them. That's a good way to do it. Then, what you want to do is once they get up over the shock trap, light it up, and then melt them. It's very easy. Thank you guys so much for watching, and this is going to be Gold Leader standing by.